Welcome to another Chili Chunn, where we're going to continue our quest to find the 4 best hot sauces in the world by heat. We did mild yesterday for Mosa Jalapeno, took on just a huge victory, walking away with it because it's just so amazing. And today we're going to explore the medium bracket. The medium bracket, in my opinion, is wide because like mild is a relatively narrow concept. Hot, because of Superhot, is kind of narrow, and then Superhot is very narrow because it's just ridiculously hot. But then medium is kind of the euphemism, the cloud, if you will, for everything else. And so medium is a lot of sauces. And so, by the same token, like a medium sauce to me needs to be a workhorse because that's the level of heat I'm going to want the most. Like when I'm having lunch at work, like I'm not going to go crying, snot pouring and tears through the hallway because I don't want to. Do I want that at home? Yeah, kind of. I do. But, there's a time and a place. And so a lot of the time, really medium is kind of where I live. Because mild, like, I love them, but there's just not enough heat for me, like, when I'm really looking to put something hot. Formosa is an exception because you don't put it on your food because it's hot. You put it on your food because it's absolutely an elixir of the gods. It is. but medium is kind of like where you live most of the time. And, well, and frankly, medium is a lot of people's hot, so it's really where they go for, like, thrills. And so, with that said, when I was thinking about it, 2 of them came to mind that both are exciting, hot enough, to really register, and also just bursting with flavor. But they're also very different, like they were yesterday. One of them, which I think will be a favorite, of most people, because it's so well known, Secret Aardvark Habanero. It is just superb. The weird blend of ketchup, mustard, and hot sauce that seems to just be at home almost everywhere. Not quite, and I'll get into that in a second, but it's a really, really good hot sauce, and I'm really, really impressed with how, despite having so many intense flavors, how balanced it is, because you don't get tired of it. And with very intense things, a lot of times, like, you kind of get burnt out, but you just don't with this. And it really is kind of like tomatoes and fire roasted tomatoes, vinegar, carrots, onion, habaneros, prepared mustard, cane sugar, and then some garlic, oil, and then some seasoning. And so it just brings together a lot of different stuff. It makes this a great all-rounder, and it's a fantastic condiment when you just don't know what to put on your burger. Ooh, that's very good. The other one, though, is a little more, it's still very much an all-purpose sauce, but it's a little more narrow in its strategic use. But man, I love Maurice Sharp's habanero. I really, really do. And I would definitely call it a medium heat kind of sauce. It's much simpler. You look at the ingredients we got. Select red habanero peppers, carrots, vinegar, onions, salt, lime juice, and garlic. Very simple, but it captures the great habanero flavor. It's very tangy, very flavorful. And it almost reminds me of tomato ever so slightly, even though there's none there. I think it's the combination of the onion and the garlic, the pepper flavor coming together. Reminded me of things that have tomatoes. That being said, let's have a bite. So I'm going to start with Secret Aardvark. This one, every time I put it in my mouth, I'm surprised. Because I think I taste something I didn't have before. Forgive me, I'm having 2, so I'm only having 2, or I'm having 2, so I'm only going to have like a half a spoonful. Bear with me. It definitely has a kick. Like, this is not a mild sauce. It's not crazy hot either. But, so many things. Like, you can taste ketchup and mustard distinctly. But the tomatoes, and some of the tomatoes are fire roasted, and you really do get that roasty, toasty note afterward. And it almost reminds you of Elia Cateco, the way it feels afterward, the roasty, toasty mouthfeel. Part of it's habaneros and part of it's the roast. It's sweet, it's salty, it's tangy, it's slightly smoky, it's hot. It's got umami. It's got everything. But it's very well balanced, which is a huge achievement. That's very tough. That comes, I think, through probably just making a lot of batches. Boom, boom, boom. And getting better and better and better, refining, until you just get this perfect, there's like 10 spinning plates, and they're just spinning perfectly in the air, and just this hot sauce is just working them like this. Interesting visual. But yeah, I love this sauce. I really do. But if I have one criticism, this is where this one comes into play. strangely, not at home on breakfast tacos. It doesn't work. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me on breakfast tacos. Like, and that's prime hot sauce time. If there's a number one hot sauce time for me, it's breakfast taco time. It's just guaranteed I'm gonna put hot sauce on it. You have to. What's the point of a taco without salsa? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's so good on everything else. Just about everything else, short of dessert. But on tacos, it's just a little too much. Like, you can't really taste your breakfast. You can't taste the eggs or the bacon. It's just this Aardvark, which is tasty. But you know, hey man, it's early. Like, give me a second. Help me get going. You know, help me have my breakfast. But other than that, it's a great all-rounder. It's a really good sauce. That being said, moving on to Marie Sharp's Habanero. You can tell by the state of the bottle, like, I'm running through this sauce regularly. And this, for me, is, you know, it's a very much an all-purpose sauce, too. And it has a clean, you know, not very particular, but very pungent flavor. Reminds you a little bit of salsa. The mouthfeel, the vinegar. Oh, it's delicious. You get habanero. You get carrot, very strongly carrot. You get onion, you get garlic. You can pick out the lime. You can taste everything in it. When it's tart, it's tangy. Tastes like peppers. Beautiful flavor. And it gives you a tiny bit of roasty toasty mouthfeel. Not as much as this, but a little bit. And this does go very well on pretty much everything. Like any kind of food. You got seafood, you got roasted or grilled chicken. You know, steak, steak taco, yeah. But where this really shines the most, which is funny because that's where this one actually falls flat, is on breakfast taco. This one on a breakfast taco is dynamite. It's so good. Just the right amount of heat for the morning. Brings out the flavors of the eggs, the bacon, the tomatoes, the potatoes, the jalapenos, whatever crazy stuff you put in your taco, which you should. This brings it all together. It's the dude's rug. It really ties the taco together. Like, whatever you got going on, this will stitch it together perfectly. And the rest of the time, it's very good. Whereas this one is very good most of the time, but on tacos, specifically breakfast tacos, not so good. And not because of that. Because of the beautiful, you know, hot sauce has to be a complementary part. It has to be able to sing alongside someone else and not steal the show every time. You know, just to be able to enhance other things and make them better. And I gotta tell you, this one does it in spades. Marie Sharp's Habanero is the medium hot sauce to buy. It's so amazing. It's so delicious. Rich carrot, onion, habanero flavor. Just the right level. Tiny bit of sweetness, tang, tart, right amount of salty, roasty, toasty mouthfeel. Absolutely delicious. And it goes on everything, but especially on a breakfast taco. This is, I think, the very best hot sauce for a breakfast taco, period. Yeah, go get you some Marie Sharp's right now because it's fantastic. Couldn't tell you strongly enough. We may have to find out sometime if this is better than Formosa jalapeno. Just a mild medium, like interleague match. But for now, in this heat bracket, the medium, which is a big one, this is the conqueror of the day. Get you some, and while you're at it, click subscribe, click the bell to be notified every time we explore the chili space, and click like if you enjoyed the video. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with the hot bracket on Chili Chunn.